Hey, college wrestling fans, it's JT1Wrestle here. We have got a great guest today, one of the most successful programs in NCAA Division II wrestling. Please welcome the head coach of Lander, R.C. LaHaye.
Hey, Steven, how are you?
Doing great, man. So last year, won Super Region 2, finished fourth in the D2 Nation, eight qualifiers, four All Americans, a national champion. Talk about a successful season. What led to having all that success come March last year?
Well, we really just we put it together towards the end of the season. I think heading in to the national tournament, we were ranked 15 or 16, something like that, and to bring home an NCAA team trophy just really is a testament to the hard work and the guys stepping up at the right time.
And speaking of that, you guys have finished second, fourth the past three NCAA Division II championships. This particular year, we returned seven of the eight qualifiers. Plus, you add in three-time NCAA Division II qualifier Max Keel, a transfer of Belmont Abbey, and Elijah Lusk, a two-time All-American, is back from taking a red shirt last year. 2026 could be the year that we see Lander challenge for the national title.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal. That's the goal. We also have James Joplin coming back out of red shirt as
Oh,
well.
I didn't.
Yeah, we're excited. We've got a good team. The guys are working hard, a very seasoned team. So, most of our guys they've been there before, and hopefully we can put it together.
Well, excuse me on my air there about James Joplin. I thought he was out of eligibility, but now that you bring
Nope.
him, now that you bring him back into the fold, holy cow! My statement goes from I felt strong about this to I feel strong about this statement.
Yeah,
Uh,
we got some guys that have been around a while, and they all kind of wanted to make it run at it all their last year together.
that sounds great. That sounds great. Now, uh, speaking about transfers coming in, you guys have had some great success. Caden Quincy last year, Oregon State transfer Super Region 2 champion. Noah Rolu of Virginia Military Institution transferred in. He was an NCAA Division 2 qualifier for you guys. What are your thoughts on the transfer portal and how you guys use it to help your program become successful?
Yeah, I'm a fan of it for the simple reason guys don't always make the right decision the first time go around. And in Division 2, I'm really big believer in second chance kids. I've had a lot of transfers everywhere I've been, and I like giving guys a second chance. And a lot of times, they don't fit at the right place the first time. So with us being Division 2, we do hit the portal a lot, especially after the season's over. And I think it has its pros and its cons, but it's there. It's not going anywhere. So we're gonna attack it.
Well, with James Joplin back in the lineup, that makes me curious to know, makes me want to try to figure something out here. Christian Davis, James Joplin, same weight class, going different weight classes. I mean, if you look at both of these guys and look at how good they are, the wins that they have, the credentials and the accomplishments that they have, my opinion, I'm sure yours is the same. We got two guys that could both contend for the NCAA Division II title this year. So what's going on with Davis and Joplin?
Yeah, so the plan is, Davis started for us as a true freshman last year. Obviously, finished third in the country. Had a heck of a year. Was the NC Division 2 National Freshman of the Year. Because he started as a true freshman, he has a redshirt year. So the plan is this year for him to redshirt, and obviously this is Joplin's last year as a senior. So they really those two really help each other quite a bit. Joplin was instrumental in helping Davis develop last year from a high school kid to third in the country his first year out of the rip. You don't do that unless you got a guy in the room that's at that national championship level. And so he did a great job helping Davis last year. And I think it's going to be vice versa this year. Joplin's going to have a national champ in the room, a national champ level guy to scrap with every day. So they've really helped each other. And the fact that Davis has that redshirt year just makes sense to use it this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, we're talking about the success of last year, but the truth is, you guys have been successful since day one. The program started in 2018, and that's when you came aboard as well. If you look over the history of college wrestling, there are, I'm 40 years old, and there are wrestling teams that have been around 30 years longer than I've been alive. and they're still struggling to even have one qualifier per year. And here you guys haven't even been around a full decade yet, and yet year after year, NCAA Division two qualifiers, NCAA Division two All Americans. What is it that has allowed Lander to be successful since the very start?
Well, I think it's a lot of things. I think there's a lot of people that really support the program. They've got some great assistant coaches here. Our administration, our athletic director, Brian Reese, they really support us and take care of us. And, you know, it takes an army. It takes an army. We've got great support here. We've got nice facilities. You know, we were talking earlier. It's 75 degrees out here, great weather down here. I can lure some of those kids from the cold country to come down here to South Carolina. And, we recruit really hard coast to coast. And that in Division One, everybody does that, but in Division Two, it's a little less common. And so I think having the ability to reach out and grab kids from all over the country, on top of the great support, great assistant coaches, and the guys we recruit, they're kids that love to wrestle. And I just think all that together really, really puts in the works something pretty special.
And, just so the college wrestling fans out there understand that you're not kidding at all, you guys are located in Greenwood, South Carolina, and the roster, kids from Texas, Oregon, Arizona, Florida, Ohio. And you already talked a little bit about the weather. Are there other factors about Lander that attract kids from all over the place to say, I want to wrestle for the Bearcats?
Yeah, I mean, I think the success we've had the last few years has really kind of raised our profile with recruits. But also, we're affordable. We're a state school. We're not a private school. Being a state school, our tuition generally is a little bit lower than private schools. And, we do have the ability to help out of state kids get in state tuition, so that makes, Lander a pretty affordable place with Division One level facilities and a program that's going to compete for national championships. I mean, that's really enticing for a lot of kids across the country.
And speaking of that success, it's funny we haven't brought up the name yet, but on your team, you guys have a kid named David Hunsberger, and maybe I'm being a little too precautious here by saying this, but you know, he is the two-time NCAA Division two champion, two-time Midwest Classic champion, three-time Super Region two champion. I don't think I'm misspeaking here by saying that he is a Babe Ruth, the Michael Jordan of the Lander program. Talk about him and his potential to become, at least as of now, the greatest Bearcat of all time.
Yeah, he's our guy. He's kind of been the face of the program for a while now and won two national titles. You don't do that without doing all the right things. Just the way he approaches practice, he doesn't take himself too serious. He opens up in the practice room. I mean, he's a high octane, high offensive guy. He'll take 20 shots a match and has the gas tank to do it and not wear down. And I know we're excited to have him back, and he's our leader. As hopefully we can. I know for him it'd be pretty special for him to end his career and help us win a team title, and then him go out, with his third national title himself. That'd be a pretty special moment.
Yeah, it definitely would be. Now, I don't want to switch gears on you too much here, but I do have a question of interest here
Sure.
to wrap up this interview. Um, I know that you coached at Grand Canyon University for a while and you had some success there. I would like to get your feelings on the discontinuation of that program, college wrestling in the state of Arizona as a whole, and the importance of college wrestling in a non traditional area, which includes a place like Arizona as well as a place like South Carolina.
Yeah, that's a good question. It sucks anytime you see a program get dropped. It's heartbreaking because that's a few less opportunities for kids to move on to the next level. But really out west, what you're seeing, and you're seeing it across the country, but you're seeing the efforts of the NWCA, and you're seeing wrestling at the Division two level, the Division three, the NEI, the JUCOs. It's skyrocketing. So the positive thing is, yeah, we don't have a lot of Division ones popping up out of wrestling, but the D2s, the NEIs, the D3s, the JUCOs, they're popping up everywhere. I think there's probably more opportunities now than there's ever been. And so, as you look at the state of wrestling in the state of Arizona, which, I'm from there, man, there's some good kids there. There's some good kids. I was talking to one last night. I talked to a couple at Super 32. Obviously we got Christian Davis here with us, takes third in the country. He's a true freshman. I mean, they're really coming up between, the Valiant Preps and the different clubs out there, Thoroughbred. You got Anthony Leone down at Sunnyside. Yuma has always had some good kids. I mean, there's some really good wrestlers there, and luckily I have some connections there, and I'm going to keep trying to pipe into them.
That sounds great. That sounds great. Well, I want to thank you for being a part of JT1 Wrestle today. It's been an honor and a privilege having you on. Look forward to all the successes you guys are going to have, and I wish you guys the best of success for the rest of 2025, 2026.
Thanks, Stephen. I appreciate it, man. Hopefully we'll see you at the Nationals.
You bet.